Hey there guys, it's Dan back with another video. How are we all doing? That's right, I don't have an audience. I'm going to be simulating the 2022-23 season. I have all the top 5 leagues loaded in, and I will be seeing who moves where and how European competitions play out. So, here we are at the end of the season. In the Premier League, Man City have won the league by a lot, 19 points clear of Liverpool. Tottenham down in 8th, Palace, Forest and Bournemouth have been relegated. So I believe all of them just came up. Oh, Fulham stayed up in their first season, which is pretty good for them. The player stats then. FM22 predicts that Dominic Calvert-Lewin will be the top goal scorer. Harry Kane down in 11th with only 13. With Romelu Lukaku and Bernardo Silva coming second and third, or both joint second. The best average rating players are Bernardo Silva, KDB and Mohamed Salah. The top assists come from Bernardo Silva, KDB and then Dele Alli, surprisingly. The player with the most player of the match awards is Bernardo Silva by a long way at 13, then Aaron Ramsdale with 8 and then Rafinha with 7. The best goalkeeper in the league this season was Man City's Ederson with 20 clean sheets, then Edouard Mendy and then Emi Martinez. And then we have the worst disciplined player, which is quite unsurprisingly Couto Romeo. Now we're on to the La Liga, where Real Madrid win the league by a pretty clear 9 points, followed by Atletico Madrid, Valencia, Athletic Bilbao, then Barcelona in 5th. Top goal scorer is Maxi Gomez with 24 goals, which is 7 more than second place. Best average rating, Jan Oblak. Most assists, Frankie de Jong with 14. Most player of the match is also Jan Oblak with 8. Most clean sheets, Courtois and Ter Stegen are joined on 16th. The worst disciplined player is Issa from Cadiz with 12 yellow cards. Onto the Bundesliga now, and Borussia Dortmund have won the league, which is quite a big surprise. Robert Lewandowski, however, still was the top goal scorer, with Erling Haaland just behind, although Haaland was the best average rating and had more assists. So he seems to be one of the best players this season. He has 10 player of the match awards as well, with Neuer having 14 clean sheets and Maximilian Arnold with the worst discipline with 11 yellow cards. Now onto Serie A, where Juventus have won the division, followed by Inter Milan, AC Milan and Roma. Dusan Vlahovic was top goal scorer, Skriniar had the highest average rating, Lorenzo Pellegrini has the most assists with 16, which is a long way ahead of Hakan Çalhanoğlu, who had 10. The best player of the matches was Dusan Vlahovic and Domenico Berardi, who joined on 6. The most clean sheets was David Ospina and Samir Handanovic joined 18th, and Corey Gunter had the worst discipline with 10 yellow cards. And then finally in Ligue 1, obviously PSG won by 20 points, followed by Nice, Rennes, Monaco and Lyon. Mbappe, top goal scorer unsurprisingly with 26 goals. Best average rating is Messi, then Mbappe, then Donnarumma, all PSG there. Most assists, Patrick Berg and Lovro Majer on 14 assists each. Best player of the match was Lovro Majer with 8, where Lionel Messi followed with 7. Donnarumma unsurprisingly with the most clean sheets with 24, followed by Alfred Gomis of Rennes. Then the worst discipline, Wout Faes and Guendouzi on 13 and 12 yellow cards respectively. And now we look at the Conference League, where Monaco batter Roma in the final to win 4-0, with teams like Leicester, Praha, Sturm Graz and AEK Athens losing out in the quarter-final, and Spurs and Rennes losing in the semi-final. Roma and Monaco seem to be the clear best teams in this. Top goal scorer is Gorise and Son, then Tammy Abraham. Best rating, Jamie Vardy. Most assists, Daniel Williams with the most assists from Dundalk, surprisingly. Player of the match, most player of the match awards goes to Heung-min Son and Tammy Abraham with 4 each. Most clean sheets, Galini and Sinan Bolat. Most yellow cards with Benteke and Cuti Romeo again, along with Ibrahima Cisse. Here, the Europa League, Lazio beat Napoli in an all-Italian final. Semi-final, Bayer Leverkusen and Marseille were knocked out. Marseille had a 2-goal lead into the second leg, which they lost 3-0. Lille, Sociedad Lyon and Barcelona all lost in the quarter-final. Top goalscorer, Ciro Immobile. Most average rating, Wilfred Ndidi, along with the assists at 7. Most player of the matches were Victor Osimhen on 4. Lucas Hradecky on 4 and Ciro Immobile on 4 as well. Most clean sheets, Lucas Hradecky on 7. And the most yellow cards was Kolasinac, Ramani and Guendouzi all together on 5. And here we see that Liverpool have beaten Man City on penalties in the Champions League final. Let's see, 5-3 in penalties. Man City were 1-0 up at half-time when Salah equalised. Man City looked like they deserved to win, but they were unlucky not to do so. So that gives us our Champions League winner in 2022-23 is Liverpool. Semi-final, Chelsea and Porto were knocked out. Liverpool won 7-0, which is an absolute smashing. Real Madrid, Juventus, Sevilla and Bayern Munich were all knocked out. So that 3 of the 4 last teams were English. And Juve were 2-0 up against Porto in the first leg. Top goal scorer goes to Romelu Lukaku on 8. Highest average rating was Juan Cuadrado on 8.18, which was clearly above everyone else. Most assists was Kevin De Bruyne with 7. Most player of the match was also KDB with 4. Most clean sheets was Livakovic, Szczesny and Edouard Mendy on 6 each. And the most yellow cards went to Pepe of Porto. Okay guys, this is the end of the video, and what we have found is pretty interesting, and we can just see if this happens in real life, and if Football Manager is good at predicting the future. If you did enjoy, like and subscribe, although I have a sneaking suspicion that that won't happen. Bye bye.